Hello, this is Realtor Erik Brown, and as always, thank you for tuning into my video blog where I share with you some of the best tips and trends on how to buy, sell, or invest in a home. Today, I'm going to share with you some of the differentiation that is involved when looking to purchase a luxury property and what that looks like compared to buying a regular or starter home. And there are several steps that you're going to want to consider. So let's take it from the top. The first thing that I want for you to be able to establish is a great search process. You'll want to define how it is that you're going to find these types of property. Oftentimes, they're not even on the market. They may be pocket listed. So making sure that you not only have MLS access and internet-based access, but also access to the private network of properties through a variety of sources. And those sources we will get into in a sec. So search process is number one. Number two is making sure that you're finding the right set of reliable photos. Oftentimes with luxury property, it's not just one building, it might be several. It might be estates. There might be grounds involved. There might be amenities that are difficult to photograph. A helicopter pad, a vineyard, a multi-car garage. All of these things will require a different lens with which to look. So the more photography that we get access to, the better. A lot of times with luxury property, there won't be as many photos based on privacy, and we'll want that access to upfront to make sure that this home will match the needs that you are looking for. So that is step number two. Step number three that we want to find is making sure that we have the right types of documentation. There's not only a standardized purchase agreement that we can use, but all of the upgrades that could happen with a property. If there's work that has been done recently on renovations or additions or new buildings, we'll want to track that there is appropriate permitting involved, and all of the other crossing of T's and dotting of I's that will be handled in a typical real estate transaction, and the requirement something that is luxurious and much larger. That will be point number three. Point number four, as we touched on earlier, is going to be finding the right team and the right advisors. With luxury property, there's a complexity that doesn't exist in traditional transactions. And so there can be a real estate agent that will also work exclusively with a family office, a financial planner, a corporate attorney, a family trust. A number of things can be involved. And so having the right team in place and having them all know and work together will carry itself in spades and make the transaction that much smoother. That's our next step. We'll move on then at this point to look to the future. Know that in buying a luxury property, oftentimes it won't just appraise like a standard home because there's not inventory like it. It really can be like a snowflake and extremely unique. And so you'll want to take advantage of trying to find this concept of looking into the future and making sure that that asset will continue to gain value and that there are other like-kind comparables in some way or another to be able to work off of. Last but not least is knowing that this property is a snowflake will take us into our last step, which is going to be often there is room to negotiate. I have found that there are properties that will be listed for 30, 40, or 50 million that might sell for 10 or 20+% lower than asking price or even more. This is millions of dollars of discounting that can be done in the way that is through effective negotiating, which is much different than a typical transaction. There are a number of other tips and trends that we can share with luxury property, but I at least wanted to give you a start to know some of the differences. And as always, as a resource, if you are looking to buy or sell a home and you'd like to find out what your home is worth, or you'd like to find out what else is on the market, please do click on our links below and we'll share with you some other ways with which you can see what's happening in your area to be able to buy or to sell. As always, thanks for tuning in. Looking forward to connecting with you soon.